So far.
Okay, let's get this show on the road. I mean, I've already been live for a minute, right? So, should probably get to streaming. Alright, where is everything? Where are all the things? Things. Chat room. Okay, found the chat room. I'm still not sure if I want to actually, like, put the chat on the screen or not. Part of me likes not having it on the screen, on the other hand, I feel like it'd probably be useful when, if anybody actually watches this on YouTube one day. Anyway. So. I don't remember which file I was playing. Pretty sure... Let's see how long gameplay it does. I don't actually remember what I was supposed to be doing in this game. Actually, wait, no I do. I do now, actually. Okay. Okay, so this game is weird as fuck. I mean, it's a Persona game, but even as far as Persona games, it's very odd. So it says I'm like 8 hours in, which isn't true, exactly. Isn't exactly true. I don't know where the fuck we are. Did that. If you want to know what I'm doing, I'm looking at a walkthrough because I want to recruit a specific person, and the process of recruiting him is complex as fuck. So let's see. Trying to remember where we were. Alright, so did the jailbreak. Skipping that. Skipping that. Alright, so okay. Okay, so I know where we are now. That's good. I know it sounds like I'm confused, but it's only because I'm trying to remember what I was doing. Okay, so basically, the story thus far is that everything is shit. Our town was taken over by demons, and the four of us are the only people who can do anything about it. And the mechanics are super fucking weird. And I'll get into those a little bit. Yeah, why not? Alright, so a few things. One, SP cost is tied to personas, not to not to individual skills, which is a little broken. But then again, your level isn't attached to skills. I'll get into it a little bit more, but basically, basically you have your level, which is like your character's level, and then you have your persona level, which is the level of the persona that you can use, which is not the same thing as your persona's level. Because your persona's level is something entirely different. Because your personas don't have levels, they have ranks, and that decides what abilities they can use, but their rank is decided by how many times you use their abilities, and that's determined by how much of an affinity they have for you. Anyway, if that all seems confusing, it's because it is. And there's a lot of grinding involved. So realistically speaking, I'm only like an hour in, but I ended up grinding for like 6 hours. So I'm like horribly overleveled. Okay, so I can't actually go here anymore. Don't remember where I was supposed to be going. Okay, I do remember... No, I remember where I was supposed to go. I just don't remember where it is. Or the building I'm supposed to go to. I just don't remember what the building is called. Or, no, where the building actually is located. That's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, this game's kind of, dungeon crawly, I guess is the best way to put it. That's not what I want to do. Okay, don't want to go to the subway. Don't want to go there either. Oh. So it turns out that your, skills don't actually have to hit, they just have to be used in order to level up on them. So that's kind of nice. Anyway, this game also plays itself a whole lot, so honestly, it kind of lends itself to grinding, because you can just go auto. Oh, another weird thing about this game, your position matters. So, like, your actual battle position and what skills you can use are based entirely around what position you're in. But honestly, this game isn't necessarily that hard as long as you haven't, like, fallen behind on grinding. On the first time I tried playing through the game, I just didn't do any grinding, and I ended up, like, halfway through the game, and, basically majorly underleveled. Because the game expects you to exploit certain things. Like, the game just fully expects you to exploit, but... Okay. The other thing is that you don't really die permanently, so everything, like, if you die in battle and you end up outside of battle, you just end up, reviving after the fight with 1 HP. Alright, so basically we need to go here, the abandoned factory. We've already actually been here before. Anyway. So you might notice there's a person over there on the top right. That would be your party member that the game would force you to get if I wasn't on a path to get somebody else. So basically what happens is if you don't pick up one guy who's in the jail or a girl who's in the subway, the game will force you to take this person as your party member. And she's not particularly good. Except you have to also be on the route to pick up somebody else. No. No. Is the game seriously gonna make me take her again? I really hope not. Because I'm pretty sure I've done everything to get the other guy. Let's see. Pretty sure I've done everything to get him so far. So I'm pretty sure I did. It's entirely possible that I didn't. Considering it's a pain in the ass to actually get him. Figure out where you're supposed to recruit him to do it. Okay. Okay, so did that. Did that. Okay, so I might have to take her until we get to the next place. Because the dungeon I want you recruit him in is actually after the current dungeon. Oops. Okay, well I guess we have to take her for now. Which kind of sucks, but oh well. Okay. So this is kind of annoying, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, she kind of just forces herself into the party. Which I mean, I guess you can get her to work, but she's kind of like the weakest of the parties, of the optional party member people. Anyway. So basically, we're trying to find this guy who's part of this organization who also happens to have plunged our entire town into demon-infested anarchy, essentially. Essentially, what's going on is how do I put this in an easy way? Basically, he's created something called the Deva system, and essentially it fucks with the world and other dimensions, and kind of merges them together. And so, yeah, basically by doing this, he's kind of trapped us in our town and summoned demons everywhere. And we're the only ones who can deal with it, so... You know, what's delving into a secret society and underground organization fully armed with firearms? Anyway. So this is the scene where, because they do this for, like, everybody. Where they, like, show their personas. Which is fine. Also gives you free level ups all the damn time. for some reason. Also, I figured out something. So, you see how it has red and orange on your stats? The red ones are your actual stats, and the orange ones are the stats of your persona that have buffed your stats. So I think it takes whichever one is higher. Because if you increase stats on... if you increase the stats, the red one, if the orange one is higher, it doesn't actually increase your stats at all. So that's kind of annoying. But it'll work out. Okay. Okay. So now this is like the 4th time we've had to see this same scene in the game. Okay. So, go to the door. Now we're in a dungeon crawler, because this game is a lot more like, Legend of Grimrock than it is other Persona games. This game's a little weird when it comes to, like, actual stuff. So, we'll figure it out. Probably. I say probably, but knowing me, I won't notice it at all. Alright, so, I don't know what her equipment is. Okay. Why do you not have any equipment? Okay. What is your persona? Or actually, I should probably look at what her skills are more than her persona. Okay. Oh man, I forgot that the persona I'm using has super high SP cost. Totally forgot about that. This is gonna be rough. Let's do that. Okay, I either need to move her to the front or move her to the back. One of the two. Okay. Oh, wait. Forgot to skip all this. So if you don't hit the fast forward, it goes through all of the animations, and they're super long. I mean, yeah, they're detailed and they're kind of nice, but they're long. And they kind of, they make battles take way too long. I don't have time for that. Alright, so she's leveled up. Or her persona leveled up, I should say. And I'm gonna burn through, like, all of my SP super quickly. That's okay, because we're trying to level everybody up, so... Oh, speaking of leveling up, experience is not done based around... Experience is not done based, like, evenly. It's not divided evenly between party members. It's based around their participation in the battle, so if a party member just guards the entire fight, they get less experience than if they killed things. Alright, we're actually... Okay, so everyone but him has personas that need to level up. I'm actually going to switch his persona, because Quetzalcoatl is a much better persona than his base one. But only because I, like, leveled him up so much. So if you're wondering why I'm going down all these paths that I can obviously see are not good, it's because if you look on the map... Wrong button. If you look on the map, places you haven't gone, like the areas around them, just look like areas, like routes you should have gone. So we're trying to avoid that. Trying to avoid that as best we can. Alright. I'm glad we have one move that does a lot of damage. So, one of the things about this that's kind of nice is that most of the time battles go really quickly. So you don't have to worry so much about, oh god. Actually, we'll probably be fine. Okay, that move is not nearly as good as I thought it would be. Oh well. Also, another weird thing about this game. You regain SP as you walk around in dungeons. So me walking around like this will gain me SP. I didn't actually want to leave the dungeon. I think this is a save point. It is, okay. So, in this game, for whatever reason, save points are giant talking pink trees. I don't know why. Anyway, so... pretty sure we're all, like, over-leveled anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Alright, pull the levers. This dungeon's actually not that hard, and the enemies in here aren't that hard. Even when I was under-leveled, this was a pretty easy dungeon. The dungeon that comes after this one, I think, is the harder one. I mean, that does make sense, but, what I mean is, like, the difficulty ramps up considerably after this dungeon. At least if you were like me and didn't grind, so... I don't know if we'll get to, like, how to recruit things in this game, because it's a pain in the ass, and I need to follow, like, a flowchart to figure it out. Well, okay, it's not a flowchart, it's a table. And then even then, once you get to the table, you kind of have to guess. Because it's all dependent on their personalities, and most of it's RNG. So basically, it's like... any one trait can be recruited by, like, any one other thing, but it's RNG about whether or not that's the correct one. So it's kind of a guessing game. And that sounds incomprehensible, it's because mostly it is. Okay, I'm really low on SP. I did not realize that. Which kind of sucks, because that means it's going to be really hard to level this persona. Okay. And there aren't a whole lot of SP gaining items in this game, so... Forgot he knew Garu. Okay. Okay. So we shouldn't probably have shouldn't have too hard of a time actually, like, killing things. It's really jarring. It's really jarring when, you just, like, randomly get into a battle and just cuts to black. Alright. Okay, I actually don't want to go upstairs just yet. So you might notice that, like, they absorb things, and it really doesn't matter if they absorb things as long as, as long as they're using their abilities. Because as long as they're using their abilities, they're acquiring rank points on their personas. Which is what we want. Which I know is a little dull, but honestly. Okay. Now we actually don't want to go upstairs. Because we're still missing stuff on this floor. So most of the dungeons in this game are mazes, essentially. I was just thinking, since most of these things are mazes, we could probably just get through them. Also, the game expects you to go through, like, everywhere in the dungeon, so it expects you to do all the backtracking. In later dungeons, like, the backtracking's part of the dungeon. Okay, so we want that. So, learning abilities that affect everybody is, like, the quickest way to get through this game. Mostly because you can just, like, wreck anyone. Alright, okay. There we go. Wait, I was just going that way. Now, we haven't been back attacked yet. That doesn't mean we won't be. Basically, what happens when you're back attacked is that it flips your, how do I put this? It flips your, formation, and so you, like, can't attack the way you normally would. Just seriously? No, I'm missing a spot down there in the bottom left. So the whole thing about this dungeon is, on the first floor there's a bunch of switches, and essentially you need to hit all the switches. If you miss one, you have to go all the way back. So I'm trying to go double round back to make sure I'm not missing any. Because I'm pretty sure there's 3 on the first floor, and I know there's at least 2 on the second. So I want to make sure I actually get all of them. Alright, I have to, like, run through this area 3 times if I can avoid it. Also, you get guns in this game? Okay, never mind. They reflect guns. That's real bad. I did not know that. Okay. So that just went horribly wrong. Honestly, paralyzing Nanjo is not that bad. This means I'm gonna have to do a lot of healing after this. Okay, so... Okay. Is there seriously nothing over here? Oh, well, whatever. Whatever. We'll use this opportunity to save now that we've gone through the whole dungeon. Oh, good. It learned its maximum ability. So the maximum abilities tend to always be good. Usually. They're not always good. But most of the time, whatever their final ability is, tends to be the best one. So most personas that I find have, like, I want to say only like 5 abilities per persona. Sometimes a little bit more. 5 or 6 usually. So we're probably going to switch to that ability. They all cost the same amount of SP. If you want to know why I'm attacking these guys, it's because they reflect most elemental damage. Okay, I already did that. Alright, okay. Not remember where I'm supposed to be going. I kind of wish the map didn't rotate. That's like the only thing. Like, if the map did not rotate around, I would probably be happier. Oh well, what are you gonna do? And yes, there is a turbo button to run through here, but don't usually like using it. Alright, we have to change the attacks. So using the repeat function just obviously just repeats the attacks that they're using. Okay. So honestly, one of the weirder things is that for area attacks, the areas tend to be wherever, like an area around a certain target, as opposed to an area on the field. Which can get a little weird because your AI will attack like targets that it can't hit. Like it'll use an area of effect spell on like one guy. Not sure why I'm yawning so much, because I'm like wide awake. Also, there's no like follow-up attacks or anything, so it doesn't really matter if they guard or if they're like absorbing attacks. As long as you're using the skills, that's all that matters. So feel free to be as laissez-faire as you like. Oh. The one downside to be, the one downside of having area of effect spells is that, or having powerful personas, I mean, is that if they're reflected, it just kills you. Like, all the time. Oh good, medicine. Okay. Okay, so... Oh good, new enemies. Oh yeah, I forgot, she blocks everything. Which is really annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies in this game that will just block or reflect all magic attacks, and I think this is a shop? No, it's a save point. I don't know why the tree talks to you. For whatever reason, there are just pink trees growing all over the place in rooms. and they just like talk to you for some reason. Okay, so this is a healing spring, because the dungeons in this game tend to be very nice. It does cost money, though. But 2,000 yen is like one fight. Like, you make so much money in this game from encounters that you never need to worry about, like, money at all. Like, we have we've made 60,000 yen since coming into this place. So it's not like we're poor. So I meant to save there. Okay. What's this? Oh, this is the shop I was thinking about. Alright, so this is actually added in this version of the game. Let's see. I kind of want to add more revival beads. I mean, we already have 20 Balm of Life, so we really don't need many more. Let's see. Okay, so Muscle Drink is actually really not that good. It's good if you have full HP, because it allows you to fill higher than your base max. So it allows you to go beyond your limit, essentially. Where do you get a bunch of chewing souls? I can buy 98 chewing souls. Yeah, let's just do that. Like, items in this game are either, like, super cheap or super expensive. There's, like, no in between. Alright, so let's not spend all of our money. Let's not spend all of our money, but let's spend a lot of it. Mostly so if we get into trouble and we need to conserve SP for any reason. I have, like, all these items to fall back on. You may have noticed that I didn't buy the escape item, because it only gives you a 1 in 4 chance of escaping a fight, and you can absolutely lose, and then you lose the items, so there's no real purpose in buying it. Like, there's no benefit, because it's basically the same chance of naturally running away. So I've never seen a reason to buy too many of them. I also didn't see the reason to buy the item that allows you to escape from the dungeon, because we have a skill that does that. At least I think we do. At least I thought we did. Yeah, there it is. So we actually have an ability that allows us to do that. I'm going to ward off weak foes. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Alright, so this is actually... that hurts you. I don't know why it's there. It just is. Wait, this is not where I want to go. There's like one other thing I need to do before I go through there. One more thing. Definitely want to save again, though. So I accidentally turned my mic off there. I was talking. Oops. Oh well. Okay. Alright, bought all our items. I'm pretty sure this leads to the boss, I want to say. I think. I don't know. Okay, it's broken, it won't open. Okay, so we're actually supposed to go the other way. And honestly, you're supposed to just go to the 5th floor, but I'm pretty sure there's items on this floor. And it's also a good idea to grind. This definitely gets you more money, so... So these things in the background are actually, like, item locations. I don't know why there's an AK-47 and a Glock in the, in a computer lab, but... Okay, come on. And also, those are some bulky-ass PCs, so... Kind of brings me back. Alright, so... Oh, I forgot to mention, everyone has their own, like... their own guns. Which is a little weird, but it means you can't equip anything to anyone, unfortunately. Which makes me sad. Old PS1 era graphics? Yeah. A few things have been changed since the PS1 era. Few things have been changed. This is the PSP version. No, go back in there. So they did update a few of the graphics, but like the sprite work and everything is still the same as it was in the PS1. I think the dungeons have actually had their... pretty sure all the dungeons have had their like textures updated. But other than that... Okay, I don't know what that item was for, or who was supposed to equip it, but... So if you go and talk to those guys, basically all they tell you is that they have no idea what's going on. Like, their grand addition to the plot is that they're like, we have no idea why our boss decided it was a grand idea to summon demons into the world. He's kind of crazy and didn't really tell us what to do, but you can take the items that are sitting in the in all these cabinets, and the items in the cabinets are all firearms. So apparently they were expecting this. Favorites Persona 4. This isn't the basement. Yeah, no shit. Persona 4 Golden's not a bad game. I'm partial to Persona 3. Myself. I mean, I'm partial to Persona 3. I think overall, the game, in terms of gameplay, Persona 5 is probably the best one. But I think each of the Persona games is unique enough that you could probably... Like, I think it's a series, each one's different enough that you can, like, decide which one you like the best. And have it not be wrong, essentially. Like, Persona 1 plays very differently than Persona 2, which plays very differently from Persona 3. 3 and 4 are similar, but they have a lot of major changes between 3 and 4, like the ability to control your party members. So I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of overlap that you can, like... I think there's an argument to be made for all of them. Which sounds like a really lame position, but that's kind of how I feel overall. Like, there's... I can't... Like, there's a lot of things that I would probably argue to say, like... Is Reaver Superboss in every Persona game? I don't think he's in Persona 1. Mostly because Persona 1 has something worse than the Reaper, which is like an optional side quest dungeons that are timed, which are almost worse in a lot of ways. Okay, so we need to. Okay. I think the Reaper first shows up in. Oh, I'm poisoned. Oh. I think the Reaper first shows up in 3? Because he's a specific addition to the dungeon crawling aspect of it. Like the random dungeons. He might show up in 2. I don't know. I haven't played 2 yet, so I wouldn't know. I know he's a staple from 3, 4, and 5. But then again, this game still has Philemon as a recurring character, and he like drops out of the series. I mean, I actually kind of like Philemon as a character. That's how you pronounce his name. I don't know. I think because he gives Igor a reason to exist. Yeah, I don't actually want to go down yet. Let me go turn around. Like, Igor exists and he's cool and all, but without, Philemon there, he sort of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I think that's because in 3, they kind of just ignore the fact that he's a thing. Since Persona 2 is all about him. Never left Persona, he's the blue butterfly. Yeah, but he's not a character, is my point. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. If Philemon is how I pronounce him right. Or is it supposed to be Philemon? I don't know which. Either way, I know he's the butterfly, but he's not like a character that talks or interacts with you, is my point. And his existence of what he's doing and why doesn't really appear in the series. Like, in 1 and 2, he's a main, like he's a main part of the game. And his actions are sort of the catalyst for the story. And then 3 and 4, and 5, he just, like, barely makes an appearance. He's like a cameo appearance. And they don't explain why exactly. He just drops out of the series. I think probably because he's sort of a relic. In terms of, like, he's like an anime relic. I guess that's the best way I can put it. He's just kind of like an anime relic. In the terms of, like, what sort of, how do I put this? Like, he's like filled with all these anime tropes that don't exist in, like, anymore. It's the best way I can put it. Like, he's a thing if you're, like, into magical gentlemen kind of guys. Yeah, him and Gnarlhotep get into a pissing match in Persona 2. I know that much. Admittedly, I don't know why they decided to just take them out of the series. Because all of the... It's not like other people are influencing humanity. I think part of that is that they stopped taking cues from the SMT main series. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have, like, the two of them doing their shit in the background. But at the same time, other people, like, influence everything. Like, every game is, like, the secret theme underlying every single game is, somebody's in the background fucking everything up. Like, somebody's playing around with humanity and giving people powers just to see what's gonna happen. Persona 5 is probably the closest one that they get to the, like, original games. In the sense that it's the Holy Grail fucking around again, which is what the Holy Grail does in, like, the Holy Grail fucks around in, the mainline SMT games. Like, that's the whole Chaos Law thing. I'm not sure why they added that to Persona game, because it doesn't really fit with the rest of Persona 5 at all. But I feel like they every game they have to have, like, somebody shadowy in the background manipulating things. Otherwise it doesn't, like, they don't feel like they're doing it correctly, I guess. Although, I think another thing is that, like 3, 4, and 5 all have themes, is the best way I can put it. Like, in 3, the theme is all, like, everybody has... The thing about, like, in 3, everybody has, Greek mythology personas. So, like, all the main personas are Greek myth-oriented, and the main enemy is a Greek mythology enemy. And then... in Persona 4, all of the enemies are Japanese mythology, and so all of the, all of your, like, main cast all have Japanese mythology personas, in various ways. In Persona 5, it's all rebels, essentially, or people who don't fit molds, although it's a little less clear in Persona 5. Persona 5 has a really interesting has a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics, and yet its themes are all over the place in terms of, like, what they wanted to do. Like, how do I put this? Like, there's no, like, unifying theme to some of them in the way there are in the last 2 games. And the enemies, I think, are supposed to be, like the 7 sins, except some of them don't fit, and a lot of them don't make sense. That's the best way to put it. Like sometimes I wonder if they intended stuff with Persona 5. Okay, we need to go all the way around. So, like, for example, Persona 5, your main character... or not your main character. One of the characters is, God, what's his fucking name? What's the guy's name? Kenshiro? It's the bank guy. It's the guy who's Ball, who has the, identity of Ball, which is the Phoenician god of, like, gluttony, essentially. Who, in, like, historically, like, took human sacrifices and shit. He's a Carthaginian god. And then, like, you get Makoto as the character in that chapter, except that her main, like, her ultimate persona is Ishtar, I think, who's the wife of Baal, which is a little weird. It's a little bizarre. Also, hello. Welcome to the chat for those of you hanging out. Sorry my voice is, like, all over the place. I'm trying very hard to learn to strengthen my voice. Ever played any of the games? You should. They're fun games. I think each one has something for everybody. I did not realize how low health I was. I mean, it's not a huge deal. This game doesn't have the, if your main character dies, the game is over problem that the later games have. Play them all at the cache? Play them all on PC, on emulators. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Alright, what's in here? Oh, okay, so this is the Velvet Room. So in this version, you don't actually directly fuse personas. You have to get cards by negotiating with people, and then you fuse the cards together. And you have to look at like what their affinity is, because if it's like worse, you're basically asking to take like 10 hours of grinding in order to actually like get all of their abilities. Oh, also, everyone has a different persona level, which is different from your, like, actual level. So you actually have to, like, grind your normal level on top of grinding your persona level. So you can have a higher level or a lower level than your persona level is. And if that sounds confusing, it's because it is. Earth damage to one foe. It was actually a pretty good persona. Like, this is, like, super good. There's only one tiny problem. And that's that every spell costs 24 SP. Yeah. I might fuse that just because. Also, you can just fuse like level 88 personas right off the bat. You can't use them, but you can fuse them. You know what? I'm actually gonna do that. I'm actually gonna fuse this one. As far as I can tell, adding items doesn't really like do anything in any of the times I've actually used it. Skip that. Oh no, there's gonna be a fusion accident. That's not good. There's been an irregularity. Please don't give me the wrong persona. Okay, it gave me the same persona, so what was the problem? Didn't tell me. That's helpful. Alright, okay, let's get out of there. Was it criminal? Yeah, that's true. That's true. In some fashion, yeah, I guess you're correct on that one. Okay, I actually have 3 personas maxed, or 2 personas that are maxed on her. Okay. I honestly need a better persona on him. Also, they use the same music for, like, all of these games. Alright. Are you any good? That's pretty good, actually. Learning a higher level healing spell might be pretty good. Actually, he's only good, though, so it wouldn't be worth using him. He has, like, no good persona to match up with him. That's why I don't use them. Oh, well. Let's get out of here. So let's switch, switch her persona. That's a save point. Yay, save points. Although we actually need to start recruiting. We actually need to start recruiting some demons, which means I have to bring out the graph or whatever it is. It's like a chart that I have to use to figure out how to recruit people. Okay, so 1 second, I have to Google search this thing because otherwise it's a crapshoot and it's the worst. I mean, it's a crapshoot anyway, and I'll get into why. Okay. Let's get out the flow chart. All right. So, how this flow chart works, or how this works, is you have to contact the demons first. Notice how it says traits. Those traits correspond to different reactions. So, for example, it says Foolish. Every single character has 4 different abilities to contact with somebody, and they all do different things, and you don't know. The game doesn't tell you which reacts with which. It's basically guesswork. And also, it's not consistent. So you can talk to the same demon in the same way, and it will be different every single time. Okay, so this is what we want to do. Okay, so give me the card. That actually went way better than an execution than I thought it was going to. Like, I expected that to go horribly, horribly wrong. Still, we did get Pyrojack, but you don't actually get the persona. So, if you recruit the persona, okay, now I do this again. If you get their card, you don't actually get their persona. You can't just immediately use them. You have to go back and do other things. You have to mix the cards together to get a new persona, even if the card you have is for a persona you could get through fusion. It's kind of dumb. Okay, so you're gloomy, so we need to use... Crap. Taunt. Okay, see, like, this is technically supposed to be good, but because it's random, it's actually negative this time for some reason. So we need to go do Sarcasm. So I don't know why Sarcasm works with gloomy personalities, but it does. Also, you can max out 2 different things at once, and you will get different things, depending on which of the 4 you've maxed out. So if you max out, if you decide to max out, like, anger and eagerness, you will get a different result than if you maxed out, anger and sadness. And again, that sounds weird just because it is. And they pretty much dropped that from later games. It's still in some of the PS2 games, but for the most part, they removed that bit from the series. Okay, so now that we've done that, nope, wrong way. Damn it. Actually, I don't think I have you yet. No, I don't. Alright, back to the flowchart. Alright, so you're foolish, so I need to lie to you. Yes, give me your spell card. I need to fuse some more demons, and probably get rid of some of the terrible ones I have. It's like a major part of the game right here. And you pretty much want to do it, or get it over with as soon as possible. I don't know. Oh yeah, these guys do not have, cards. You can't actually talk to them. The secret police are not willing to negotiate. That's good to know. Now, I can talk to the guys whose card I have, and they'll give me stuff, usually. Unless they, like, run away, in which case, it's not much good. Okay. I think we're okay. So we'll probably be okay. I probably should. I can't believe I've been streaming for an hour already. No, that's not what I want to do. I like how they go Nani when you kill them. I don't know if that's a reference to Fist of the North Star or not. Could be. It also helps that we're, like, super over-leveled for this part. Oh, she's dead. Okay, note to self. I really wish there was, like, a heal all button. But there's not. Not sure why I'm getting frame. Like game's like actually getting like FPS drops, and I don't know why. Why are we getting FPS drops? What's using up all my memory? Nothing's using up my memory, that's odd. I still have like half of my CPU and like 70% of my memory left. Okay. Interesting. Don't know why that's happening. Oh well. We'll figure it out. I mean, at least my bitrate's stable. I really should get a drink, honestly. Yeah, before I like throw my voice out, I'll need like give me 1 second to get a drink. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, I got up, and as soon as I got up and was like, okay, time to get a drink, my body was like, hey, you should go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay. And then I sat down after I was done, and my body, for whatever reason, was like, okay, now time to sneeze like 5 times. And all I could think was, why is it that your body, even though it's obvious that you don't need to be sneezing, will keep sneezing? Like, it just... It's one of those times where I wish you could just, like, tell your body, hey, you don't need to do this right now. There's no reason. There's no reason to do this. You can chill. And your body's just like, nah, man, I got this. It's like the worst, pushiest, like, drunk dude ever. That's your body in a nutshell. Leave it to me to drink Gatorade all the time. Oh well. I don't know why it's doing lag. I might need just to restart the thing, because I don't know why it's doing this. Didn't do this yesterday. So I don't know why it's doing it now. Oh well. Okay. We're probably right next to a save point anyway, because there's save points all over the dungeons in this game. So it's probably not a huge deal. Yeah, I was supposed to be recruiting stuff, wasn't I? Oops. Alright. Alright, foolish and joyful, huh? Alright, flowchart. So... Okay, that's good. Okay, we need to bribe. Oh, not condescend. Okay. 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 So they gave me a jewel, which is nice, and they also gave me their spell card, which is what I want. Why is there just a random damaged floor tile there? Hey, save point, perfect. This is just what I was looking for. Okay. Okay, so let's restart this real quick. So a real quick restart. See if that fixes the problem. Let's hope it does. Anyway, Anyway, I don't know why they replaced the original music for this game, but they basically used the P3 music. And I don't know if it's any good, if it really fits this game. It fits Persona 3, it doesn't really fit this game. Why is there another shop here? Actually, better idea. Can we sell stuff? Alright, okay, we don't need these. They're not very much worth... they're not worth very much anyway. But, I don't know why those are options if you can't sell anything from them. Oh well. Yeah, we'll just spend 80 grand on beads because they give you full health, so. Hey, healing fountain, that's nice. It's really not that expensive. Like, 2,500's nothing because that's basically one fight. Alright, oh, we already have these guys, never mind. Okay. Easy. Alright, let's save. Because saving is important. I still don't know why the tree talks. It still gets to me. I don't know why there's a pink tree growing in a room, and I don't know why it talks to you, and why no one questions why the tree is asking to be ridden on. It seems like something you should ask about. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Okay. Gloomy and timid. So... okay, that's wrong. Okay, so that's sarcasm. Alright. No. Wait, no. Okay, I want to get rid of the weak ones. So let's get rid of Preta. So you can only hold 12 of these at a time, so... might as well make sure we use the right ones. Okay, so where were we? Why is there a door over there I didn't go into? I feel like I should have done that. Oh well. Alright, well, whatever. This dungeon's actually not that long. So it's probably not an issue. Did that say it gave me a knife? I should probably pay attention more to the item drops, because there's lots of items being dropped. I'm just not paying attention to which ones they are. I really would love to have been in the sound booth, listening to them record the sound effects for this game. Okay. Alright. Let's heal up. I mean, reasonably speaking, I don't actually... it'd probably be better... start that thought again. It would probably be better to use... healing items as opposed to SP. Yeah, we're really overleveled. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the boss. Yeah. Okay. So here's the boss fight. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright, so there's our villain. Alright, so here's our fight with him. Although we're not actually fighting him. So anyway, turns out our villain also uses personas, because everybody in this game somehow uses personas. Like, in later games, they're always like, oh, that's rare. Not in this game. This game, personas are pretty commonplace. Oh yeah, I forgot. Skip ahead. Anyway, this fight's not actually that hard. For some reason, they let the enemy get a free charge of fire damage against your entire party, but it's actually not that bad. Okay, we're actually going to stop the auto real quick, because I want to heal. Oh, I forgot. You don't actually have heal right now. Okay. Who does? Nobody. Okay, that's not good. Okay, it's not really bad, actually, but, I mean, I could switch personas, but kind of want the experience. Alright. So I guess we'll just put her on healing duty, considering she's the weakest of the team. And these guys are not exactly, they're not really that hard. They don't really do much damage, so it's not like we have a ton to worry about. I don't even think they have that much HP. Alright. She learned Eternal White, which is just holy damage. It's all gonna cost the same. Let's use Mudo. Heavy miracle damage. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. I don't think he's weak to auto kill moves, so. Bruh. Eh. Alright, we're probably fine. Yep, there you go. Alright, a bunch of level ups. Alright, that was easy enough. Anyway, they're all like, hey, where'd the guy go? As if it's, like, not obvious at all where he disappeared to. Because of course he's an evil villain, and all evil villains have secret doors to their, like, secret laboratory. Of course, he puts his secret laboratory on basement 1 for some reason. Actually, wait a second, no. We're not going to save just yet, because I want to heal first. Oh, that's right, we can't heal yet. I forgot. Because the next level, or next area, moves you forward. Let's use some of these chewing souls that I bought 99 of. Okay. Okay. Alright. I don't think there's anything in these boxes that we need. Oh good, medicine. Okay, so I want to make sure my equipment's up, because I don't know what's good and what isn't. Alright, whatever. Pretty much got everything we need. Alright. They are joyful and haughty. Okay. So we need to invite them. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's get rid of this one. Yay, new demons. New demons are always good. It means more fusions. Alright, nothing in there. Oh yeah, this area. Alright, so I don't know why they brought this back, but there's these areas where you're not allowed to see the map and can't see where you're going. So they're kind of bullshit. This one's not that big though, so it's not that hard. Alright, so they're foolish, so we need to lie to them. Alright, we want to get rid of Zombie Cop. Don't need Zombie Cop. Do not need a Zombie Cop card. Not sure why our footsteps are so damn heavy. Alright, let's take this one. And they are foolish. Again. Why are all the demons in this area foolish? Okay. Let's get rid of knocked kobold. Alright. Problem solved. I don't know if this persona... I don't know, I need to look at... You are not the one I'm thinking of. So there's one persona early on that you can use almighty damage with, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is so that I can fuse it really quickly. Alright. Alright. Alright, that was easy. Actually really close to a level up. What we got in here? Nothing. Actually, are these... No. Never mind then, alright. That really does not do that much damage. Okay, cool. We leveled up. That's good. That means we'll be full health going into this fight. Okay, so, basically, your insane villain essentially decides that he's going to go into a machine, So basically, he has a machine that goes through dimensions, and he's kind of an idiot, because his decision is to go himself into the machine that goes through dimensions, and they don't actually know if it works. So these guys don't know if this works or not. They just go into this machine that apparently has dimensional rifts. Because the last guy they sent into it disappeared. So they actually don't know if it works or if it's just like a suicide machine. In any case, so the scientist in there is kind of like, hey, don't do anything, because if we both die, then, you know, everyone will be saved. And, basically everyone just kind of goes, you know, you have a decision. You know, the blue one's gonna... will save him, but the red one will kill them. And it really doesn't actually matter which one you press, because the same result happens. But Anyway, so because this is like a 90s anime game, all of a sudden a child shows up. Because of course there's always a little girl. Always. Who's apparently the daughter of the psychopath who's trying to destroy the world. And she's magic, because of course she is. Then she sends you through dimensions somehow. And we all just kind of like shrug and go, yeah, that's a thing that happened. But anyway, so this is a world where everything's the opposite. So everyone's personalities are reversed. Everyone's like interactions are reversed. Everything's the opposite of what it's supposed to be. And apparently nobody knows nobody knows what's going on, and demons are just a normal thing in this world. Like like demons are just things that exist, and there are entire shops with firearms where they like sell them to fight demons. It's really weird. Anyway. Anyway, so, basically, we're in another dimension. Because other dimensions are always good. Now, I need to remember how to do the next part correctly. Okay, so we need to go to one very specific place. If I can remember where it is. Not that one. This one? No. Not the right place. Yeah, it's not the right place. There we are. There's the green-purple tree. There we are. Green-purple tree. Can you heal me? Yes. Alright. So, when I first did this area, I didn't heal, and I didn't save. And that was a mistake. Okay. So next thing we need to know is go to 2-5. Which is upstairs, obviously. Alright, so... Right, okay, so I actually know where we are now. So I'm actually much closer to where I was before. Alright, now I need to find 2-5. Four... Wait, what? Crap, I went the wrong way. It's on the opposite side. It's literally the first one on the opposite side. Okay. So this guy right here is from our world. So basically, this game works on the idea of other dimensions. And so obviously this person here is from this world, not the person we know from the other world, which was pretty obvious that they were different. And then there's an earthquake, and every time there's an earthquake, that means demons show up. And somehow she can, like, change reality. So. Back to dungeon crawling, which is why you need to save before you do this, because otherwise you're stuck in a dungeon you didn't save in. Alright, foolish and snappish. Back to the chart. Nope, that wasn't right. Oh, no, that wasn't right. Let's get rid of the ghost. Cool. Thank God. Alright. Oh good, another velvet room. Alright, so... we want to fuse something very specific, assuming I have it. What was that? It's actually a pretty good persona. I think it's this one? Yeah, this is the one we need to fuse. Medium nuclear damage to all foes. Which I think is actually meant to be almighty damage. But Gozo Tenno is pretty awesome. Oh, he's actually good with Mark. That's awesome. Yeah, I want that. Oh, and we can only fuse him with the thing we just got, of course. Except it's weak to frickin' everything. And that's okay, because it does nuclear damage to everything. So. Okay, let's go back. Alright. So we'll probably put Ogun back. Actually, no, let's take Ogun in case we need to go through the dungeon again. I think we're pretty much good on personas now that we have him. Yeah, we're probably good now that we have that one. Alright. We're gonna have to, like, train him up before we get to that power, but that's okay. Alright, what's he? Forceful and haughty. Okay. Persuade's wrong. That's wrong. There we go. Not sure why a basketball counts as a demon, but I guess there's a demon basketball. Alright. Save point. Okay. Talk to the tree. As we all know, the trees know everything. Alright, let's get out of here. Door's locked. Pretty sure there's another area in here. But we kind of need to get up on training, so... Oh well. Yes, those are toilets. No, I don't know why they chose to use toilets here. As enemies. Perfect. Love how it immediately learns another move. Alright, Alright. Yeah, we're still really over-leveled. Jesus, it's ranking up very quickly. Alright. Still need to raise our persona level a bit, but we're good other than that. Oh hey, a shop again. Don't think we really need a shop, but... Why not? Why not buy a whole bunch of random items? Really don't need to do that right now. Alright, that goes to other areas. Right. Thank God for no instant death moves in this game. Thank God for small favors. Okay. Oh wait, he's dead? Oh shit. Oops. Accidentally killed him. My bad. Also, she's burning through SP. Okay. Alright. Probably fine. Oh, fucking A. Hey, I forgot about these guys having charm. Charm is super annoying in this game. Mostly because your allies tend to be, like, way stronger than your enemies. And so, your allies tend to do way more damage than the enemy can possibly think about doing to you. I don't remember if these guys are immune. Guess we'll find out. Doesn't look like they are. Okay, they're immune to some things. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. That was a weird cutscene that didn't go anywhere. Alright. Pretty much. Please don't charm all my members. That'd be very nice. Okay, that went off pretty well. Those fights are kind of awful, though, because you can't use your persona, because they're basically immune to all of them. So you can't get any ranks or, like, experience for that. Alright. Okay, you got a little persona level up, that's good. Okay. Not that. Weak to gun. Okay. You would think most things would be weak to guns, but no. Okay. I guess these guys again. Everything in this area is like resistant to skills and basically weak to melee attack, which is not that good. It's really not good that they're like resistant to all the things that I do for damage or that I need to build up. Hey, what's up, Mina? Oh, it's just another cutscene. Oh. Alright, that's a weird. I don't know why there's a cutscene there, but I don't think it's that important. I really want to get Guys of Tenno leveled up, like, immediately, because almighty damage is pretty nice. Oh. I forgot these guys can self-destruct. Could just kill your entire party. Forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Main character's name? I don't remember what his name is, honestly. I just named him after my channel, but he does have a name, I think. No, all of them except this guy. I honestly have no idea what his name was meant to be, because unlike the other games, it just doesn't give you a, like a name. It doesn't like, oh, this is supposed to be his name. And he doesn't really talk at all throughout the entire game or anything. I would say he probably has the least personality of, any of the main characters in the Persona games. God damn it, stop using self as Mr. No Name then. Yeah. He's one of those characters who like looks at all the weird stuff going down and everyone just kind of goes, yeah, that seems about right. Seems like normal everyday stuff that's going on. Oh, we're in another dimension now and there's demons everywhere? Yeah, that's about right. Here, have this firearm that none of us have ever trained to use. Oh, this is a save point. Why the trees talk to you, I don't know. In this game, pink trees exist and they talk to you to save. Sounds about right. Sounds legit. Whatever you say, talking pink tree that wants me to write on you for some reason. Yeah, this game's pretty weird. It's also got a lot of weird systems that I'm not sure I like. I'm not sure I really like the persona system in this version, because you have to level up personas in battle, and you also have to level up your persona level outside of battle. I really don't remember who's immune to what, other than everyone seems to be immune to my physical skills. And yes, that is a demon basketball, and I don't know why it's in the game. All this monsters, yeah, no, it's cool. That's cool. Everything's cool. Don't worry about it. Other dimensions, weird demon children, yeah, everything's pretty normal. Normal day in Japan. Please stop trying to charm my entire party. Yay! Yay! You learned the skill I need you to learn. Or you learned the first skill that I need you to learn, let's put it that way. I guess we'll use Mudo now. Everything's weak to miracle damage in this area, so... Oh yeah, this is also one of those where you need to, like, pay attention to, your position in battle, because everything in, like... Everywhere in the position of your... How do I put this? Let me see if I can rephrase this better. Your position in combat matters based on where you can attack. So, in later games, they just take all this out. No, I said Mudo, not Buddha. Although, admittedly, they're all both instant death skills, so... But no, one of the things I wanted this guy to learn is almighty damage attacks, which in this game is called nuclear damage, which basically kills everything. So I'm pretty sure I could just guard with everybody and just use his all damage attack. Let's see if this works the way I'm expecting it to. Oh, they absorb nuclear power. Okay, that's cool. Good to know. Forgot about that. But yeah, so like, this game's weird because you have to level up your... You have to level up your personas, how do I put this? So, this game are all give you spoilers. I mean, I already know the way the entire story goes. I'm one of those people who has to look up spoilers before I play games because I want to know whether or not it's worth playing through the game first. Anyway, so you have to level up your rank for personas, which is like their level, except the only way to do that is by using their skills in combat, and then you have a persona level, which is the level of personas you're allowed to use, and that's a set level for every single persona. And that level's up based around how much you've used a persona in that battle, which bases out the experience you get. And then you have your normal character level, which determines your stats. That sounds weird, it's because it is. They pretty much got rid of this system in later ones. But okay, I'll give you some I'm gonna give you the story thus far. Our town, for some reason, got picked up by demons because a guy decided he wanted to do something called the Deva system. And the Deva system is basically a dimensional transport device, I think. It's not clear. It's either a dimensional transporter or it's a way to merge dimensions together. It's stupid either way. Basically, it's a bad idea. Like it's a top tier terrible plan. But he goes ahead and does it like 6 months ago, and as a result, demons start pouring into the world and killing people. And as a result of that, some dude named Philemon, or Philemon, never pronounce his fucking name, basically goes, well, that's stupid, because the whole thing is a plan of Gnarlhotep to try and fuck over the world, because that's just how he rolls, I suppose. So Philemon, like, I have a better idea. I'm gonna give people random powers, and then they'll save the world, and I won't actually have to do anything. Because that's just how he rolls. Philemon's not exactly the kind of guy to get involved in things, apparently. Except for give you, like, really cryptic information and just kind of, like, stand on the sidelines like, well, you know, if reality ends, it's all your fault, not my fault. He also kind of comes off like the dude from... What's the guy's name? The guy from Sailor Moon. The dude with the who's always useless. I forget the guy's name. It's the dude who's always useless in Sailor Moon, who's like the love interest. I forget his name. It's the stranger guy who's always wearing a mask and is always completely fucking useless. But anyway, yeah, so that's like that's how Philemon kind of is. Tuxedo Mask, yeah, that dude. Yeah, so basically Philemon's like that guy. The whole standing around in a suit thing. Wearing a mysterious mask and talking in ASMR tones. That's basically Philemon's whole deal. Now, I hope this means I recruited this guy. Anyway, so... God damn it. I could have sworn, like, I had done everything to make him join me. Oh well. Alright, whatever. I was hoping I could get him to join me because I did, like, all the steps, but apparently I missed one somewhere along the line. See Persona 5? I have. But anyway, so essentially we make our way through the town and the police station and everywhere else. Oh god, I forgot about that. And once we do all that, we like hunt him down in his place, and then a strange little girl in black goes, "He's my father," and we're like, "What?" And then she throws you through a dimensional portal somehow. Why the fuck does that reflect almighty damage? How do you reflect almighty damage? Or whatever. Yeah, so whatever. So this little girl in black like throws you through a dimensional portal. And it turns out there's an alternate dimension where everyone's like their evil twin. It works on evil twin logic where like everyone's the reverse. You're confused? That's okay. It's confusing. All you need to know is that for whatever reason, there's another dimension where everyone's the opposite. And it involves a crazy motherfucker who we're chasing. And a little girl in black who apparently summons demons and throws people through dimensions. And somehow this all involves Gnarlhotep and Philemon basically having a dick-waving contest. Because that's just what they do. Where else? And so now we're in the opposite version of our school. Which is filled with demons. Because of course it is. Um, and the game only gets weirder from here. That's the best way to put it. So, like, on the weirdness level of, like, does this make sense? It's less coherent than Persona 3, 4, or 5. It's more coherent than Shin Megami Tensei. Because Shin Megami Tensei is a whole lot of insanity. Like, do it work? Yeah. Shin Megami Tensei number 1 starts out with Thor impersonating an American, like, ambassador nuking Tokyo. And that's how Shin Megami Tensei starts. And then the whole game takes place either in another dimension or in the afterlife. Also, the woman who wants to have sex with you murders your girlfriend, who is strongly implied to be Eve, and then the woman who does it is apparently Lilith, and apparently you're Adam. And it doesn't make a whole lot more sense. But that's Shin Megami Tensei. And it's still more coherent than the original novels, which are 8 kinds of crazy? Yeah, the original novels that the SMT series is based on are some weird sort of bullshit. Basically, the original novels go something like this. Lucifer decides he wants to take over the world, so he teams up with Set and Loki. And to do that, they influence a guy to invent a digital summoning program for demons using computers. And then by doing that, they then have this great idea that they're going to take this teacher, and Loki, like, impregnates her. And then somehow this results in Loki being born into the world and demons overrunning the world. And something like that. It's a little bit nonsense. And then Loki is defeated. And Set goes, okay, well, I guess since Loki's dead and Lucifer failed and is fucked off somewhere, I guess I'll invade the world. And that's basically the original plot of Megami Tensei 1 for the NES. And it's a whole lot of weirdness. Yeah, if you want to read the plot line, you can look on their wiki. There's an entire section on the fucking plot line of like the madness that is the Megami Tensei series. But SMT 1 is, like, I think my favorite, like, batshit, like, just goes to 0 to batshit, like, immediately. Like, it starts out with fucking Thor praising the Christian God, and then, like, nuking Tokyo, and that's how the game starts. And you're like, oh, I see we've driven right past insanity, and we've just driven off the cliff. And the game's never really, like, the games have never really shaken that part of them. Like, the games still have that, like, weirdness to them. So, like, in Persona 3, Nyx shows up and is like, hi, I'm Nyx and I'm going to destroy the world, and your main character needs to be, like, the key to the door to keep Nyx from, like, killing everyone. And everyone just kind of goes, yeah, that makes sense. And in Persona 4, I don't remember which god it is, but one of the gods fucks around and basically empowers 2 different people and just to see what they'll do. And one turns out to be the villain, and one turns out to be your main character. And basically then they become a serial killer, because as it turns out, power corrupts everybody. You don't want to be a door? Well, then don't play Persona 3, because Persona 3, the whole thing is like, oh, your main character also is a door. And it's also really weird because there's also like a dog and a robot and a whole lot of other weirdness that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. it's Persona 3 is a trip. Because like the first half of the game is pretty straightforward and normal, and then the second half of the game, Death becomes a real boy, and like the whole plot line kind of like falls off a cliff. Oh wait. Don't worry, if none of this makes sense of what I'm telling you, it's okay. First 6 months are pretty awesome. At least in my opinion. The second 6 months become like full anime. But the first 6 months are pretty awesome. IMO. I actually don't need to talk to you, Igor. I already have everything I need. Anyway, so in Persona 3 they released, in the FES version, they released an expansion / epilogue called The Answer. And what they're answering is what the fuck the ending of Persona 3 meant. Because Persona 3's ending is like a mess, and nobody knew what they were talking about. So they had to release like an entire separate like expansion just to explain what the fuck they were doing. And you know you're doing it right when you need an entire like epilogue to explain what on earth you're doing with your plot. Name it. That's number 4. That's Persona 4. I think. Oh no, Minato or is Persona 3. Yeah, blue-haired dude, blue-haired emo dude. Yeah, your age isn't that? Yeah, because you're like searching for like the soul or whatever of the dude who became a door. Anyway, it's weird. Anyway, so here we're gonna beat up a child. Because this seems like a good idea. And because this is totally a sane game, she summons a giant robot mouse with a turret on its back. Also, it talks. So, yeah, so we were fighting a child, and now we're fighting a giant robot mouse with a machine gun on its back. And this is a thing that's currently happening. This is a boss fight. I'm gonna go piss real quick, so I'll be right back. Give me like 1 minute. Before I go and fight this boss for the next 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. From the bathroom. Okay. Anyway. Where were we? Oh yeah, fighting the giant robot rat. Okay, so... I actually don't remember what this guy's weak to. So we're gonna find out. We'll find out together. Oh yeah, I forgot. Every time there's a cutscene, you have to, like, reset it back on, Die in this game too? Probably. That's basically the best way to put it. Probably. Yeah, we don't actually want to use you. We actually want to heal. Die before it started. I mean, he doesn't technically die, because he's not technically alive. It's weird. But it's kind of to be expected from a game where, you know, they did a horrible science experiment, you know, against time and space, and then, you know, once they did the experiment from time and space, and they built a school on top of it, because that was the only rational thing to do. Oh, have you gotten to the... Oh, don't worry, it makes no sense. Don't worry. I've read the plot. I've read the synopsis after the fact, and I still have no fucking clue what happened. My end result was to go, yeah, that's a thing that happened. Much in the same way the Persona 4 plot makes no fucking sense. I mean, actually, Persona 4's plot's a lot simpler, in the sense that until the end. Until they try to, like, do the true ending, and the true ending makes no goddamn sense. Why am I using this Persona when I have other Personas I can have him use? Guess I want to know your skills. Oh, whatever. Get you, you're already dead. Yeah. There's so much weird shit that goes on in these games. And they're just kind of like shrug and go, yeah, that's pretty normal. It was fun. Well, I'm glad. You can always come back. I mean, I'm trying to get back into streaming a little bit. Because it's kind of fun. Even though my voice, like, gives out way too easily. So I'm trying to just, like, work my way up to doing something, like, all the time. And so far I've played Persona. I'll probably play something else sometime in the future. Eventually. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm kind of, like, indecisive on remembering to do things. But we'll see. Anyway, see you later, friend. I'll probably still be here. I don't know how much longer, though, because my voice is already starting to give out. I have a horrible talking voice. Let me be honest. Most people don't have nearly as bad of a voice as they think they do. As long as you don't sound like a stereotypical nerd, you're probably fine. There are sometimes I turn on videos or something and the guy talking and I'm like, you have to be doing a voice. Like, nobody actually sounds like that. Anyway, that boss is done. Like, as long as you don't sound like a complete weirdo, you're probably fine. I mean, my thing has always been, like, Be chill. Be chill. Hang out. Most people will probably deal with you. I mean, you can't be worse than, you know, half the people that are already out there, right? Ugh. See you later. I will still probably be here. Assuming my voice doesn't give out, because it's already starting to. At least it already sounds like it is. Alright, so he's leaving. And I believe this is the part where we go to the demon summoning guy. If I remember correctly. Pretty sure this is the demon summoning guy. Eventually my throw will succeed and not being awful. Alright, heal. Let's save. Okay, where are we going? Library. Somewhere. I don't remember where that was. I think it's on the 3rd floor? It's one of these doors. There we are. Because this looks like a completely normal library. Okay, so here's the door. Basically, it's a door between dimensions, and it's filled with demons. That's normal, I suppose. I suppose that's normal. Oh man, my voice is like already giving out, which is pretty awful. That's pretty bad. Yeah, voice doesn't do much better. I might have to like take a break for a bit so I don't like completely throw out my voice. Because I don't want to do that, obviously. Right, so we gotta go here. Hey, butterfly. Except this one's yellow.
How are you, friends?
Yes, hello, Flamon.
This
The mystery girl.
Of your own. It is
magical girl, sorry.
ambitions lie. If you pursue him, you will eventually discover the nature of this world and how to return to your home world. Kandari has made his fortress on the east side of town, where he is searching for something. Should it fall into his hands, there will be no tomorrow for either world. You must stop Kandari. The first step is to use the subway terminal to reach the east side of town. But the gate has a guardian. Look for the Expel Mirror.
So basically, he's just telling us to go do some shit. Mostly because he doesn't feel like doing it himself. I suppose because he's a lazy bastard? I don't know. Flamon's whole thing is by, like, helping without helping. Anyway, his shrine looks like this. It's filled with the scary mask from Super Mario World, I want to say. Or Super Mario Brothers 2. Whichever one's with the plants and the, it's all a dream. And it has, like, fruits everywhere. I don't know. You know, we have to pick up the keys and the masks lie around. I don't remember which game that is. Super Mario World 2? Something like that? Yeah, crap. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we need to go in here first. I don't actually know if I don't know if they have any weapons we actually want. That's the thing. Okay, buy those. Okay. So we bought a bunch of guns. Because obviously guns are awesome. More importantly, we just need to upgrade our guns. At some point we need to upgrade our armor too, but we have other things we need to do before that. So the game is like, okay, you need to go find this mirror. Because without the mirror, you can't go into the subway. And without going into the subway, you can't go to the other side of town. And you need to go to the other side of town to find the guy. So it doesn't really tell you what you're supposed to do, but what you're supposed to do is essentially, you're supposed to go into the Historical Society. And once you go into the Historical Society, you're supposed to pick up the mirror there. Which I'm not sure how you're supposed to know to do that. But, yeah. That's just a thing. Alright. So you're just supposed to run in here and just pick up the mirror. And there's a face of, like, a girl. And she's like, don't take the mirror. And we're like, but we have to do that? So we do. And I'm not sure it ever comes back up again. Also, we can't go back in there again, so I hope you liked it. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to change his persona back. I need to do that. There we go. I really want to go into the mall first because I want to, like, pick up items and other things. I actually don't know if I really need any items. I don't know if he sells anything new, honestly. Ooh, disc stones, yes. Hi, I would like a lot of these. Because stone sucks. Guess I'll take disc sick, too. Why not? They're really cheap items, so it's not like it's gonna break the bank. Oh yeah, this place is a place that sells other equipment. It sells like clothing and stuff, which I don't think is actually any good. I don't know if it's any good, honestly. And all the female gear is like super good, so I assume there's a reason for it. I don't know if we have enough for all this shit, so I might have to grind a little bit to pick up more money, just so I have enough to get better equipment. I mean, we're over leveled, so it's probably not an issue. Yeah, we're over leveled, so it's probably not a huge issue. But this next part of the game goes by really quickly, so I don't want to like lose anything that I might actually have use for. Alright. No, I don't need coins. Get through the frickin'... Yeah, tell me what you got. Please let it be better than the stuff that I already have. Oh, damn. Okay. So this gives better stats. But this has better attack. Yeah, this one's just straight up better. Yeah, all the second ones are just straight up better. Except for this. I guess we'll buy both. I mean, we have all the coins we could ever want. So. Alright. Yeah, I only need 5 of these. Okay. So we should pretty much... Yes, everyone gets silver bullets, because now we're fighting vampires and werewolves, I assume. Alright. Let's get out of here. So I'm almost half certain that one of them repels almighty damage, so we're gonna hope that doesn't kill us. Okay, well that was easy. Oh, I forgot to buy more chewing souls. Well, we need more money anyway, so... Oh yeah, I forgot. These guys block magic, don't they? Yes, they do. They're totally weak to melee attacks. Oh good, we leveled up. More damage for us. I guess it doesn't really matter because at least we're using the skills, and as long as we're using the skills, we're getting experience. Yeah, Mark's gonna level up super fast now. Mostly because he's killing everything, so... Shouldn't take too much longer for... Yeah, there he goes. So I don't know if we're ever going to get to a point when some of the other members of the party start taking over. Ow. Just instant death. There we go. Raises their persona level, which is fine by me. Hey. Stop that. Just instant wipe out. Oh my god, he's gonna be so power leveled. Hey Doc, I need you to heal me. 1,500 yen is nothing. 1,500 is like half a battle at this point. It's not expensive at all. Oh, I didn't want to go back in there. I want to pick up more items, but I need more money to buy more equipment. Because I want to actually be spec'd out before we go into the dungeon that's after this. Because the dungeon that follows this one is a pain in the ass. Oh, that's good. She actually learned a good skill. Now, if only my guys were not charmed. Alright. I think this is probably worse damage-wise, but it's probably better in terms of how many enemies we're actually hitting. What is that like miracle and curse damage? God damn it, stop attacking your own guys. God damn it, stop charming everybody. There we go. Jesus. That was way harder than it needed to be. I guess sworn you had a health ability. Did I not give him that? I could have sworn I did. Oh well. God damn it, more toilets. Yeah, I think Nanjo is like the worst right now. Now, if I really wanted to power level people, what I could do is I could just swap around the persona that has almighty damage and just power level that that person to make them just kill everything, which I might end up doing. It'll take a lot of time, but I could definitely do it. I might do that off camera. Might do that off stream. I might just power level everybody with that persona. And then just like glide through the rest of the game because I decided to power level everybody. The only problem is with having him, that persona on him, is that he's really slow. It's like the only problem of having that particular persona on him. Admittedly, we're probably in that situation where we're just mauling every. Yeah, we're already doubled our money in the last since we got healed. Item, Guten Tag. I don't know what that is. Is that a weapon? Yeah, we're so high level at this point, we just kind of one-shot everything with our physical attacks. Oh good, Nanjo leveled up again. So he's kind of like the only person in the party who's like lagging behind. Because he's meant to be a damage sponge, but that only works if people attack him. Yeah, we're super overleveled for this area. Alright, let's heal up. Hey, Doc. In before I go and buy a bunch of armor. Not that we need it, but you become like super underlevel or super undergeared very quickly. What do you want? Oh. I go and heal, and then I immediately after healing get attacked. Yeah, whatever. Dead. Alright. Okay. I just realized that those two dudes in the back are like completely immune to most of my attacks. That's okay. There we go. Alright, back in here. That's not where I want to be. Oh, that's not where I want to be either. This is not where I want to be either. Sorry, Save Tree, I'll be back in a second. Not where I'm looking to be. That's the Velvet Room. Huh. They really not have a health place here? I guess it's like literally next door, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Alright, whatever. Alright. Sorry about those. I think we only want one golden armor. So we definitely need to buy 3 of these. Oh god, I'm out of money again. Crap, I'm out of money again. I guess I could sell stuff once I equip it, but... Okay. Let's sell a bunch of stuff. Make some more money back. Oh god, why do we have 5 scalpels? Why do we have 6 mops? Why are we walking around with all this shit? Oh god, we're walking around with so much crap. Oh god, there's so much stuff. I didn't realize I was holding on to all this crap. Why do I have 27 QQ helmets? I have so many items I'm not using. Jeez. Okay, well, now we have $232,000, so... Trying to remember what we were doing. Right, we're buying 3 of these. Okay. And then... Okay. So now we're decked out in the best gear we can get at the moment. So let's sell the stuff we don't need. I don't even know if we have anything that, like, I would want to sell, item-wise. But then we still have $197,000, so... Huh. Guess we'll check out here. I don't think we have anything here, but... Oh, yeah, you can trade for incense and get, like, permanent stats up. It requires, like, super rare items. I may have to, like, look into how you get items like that. Why the fuck would you ever trade diamonds for beads, which you can buy for, like, 1,000? Like, so, why would you ever trade for cure items? Like... Why would you ever... Like, I can understand trading for stones, like these. I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I don't think I would, like, trade for most of that stuff, like, at all. Some of that stuff you can just buy. I don't know why you would never trade. Okay, what do you sell? Okay, you sell a bunch of other weird stuff. Cures 1 degree of all ailments. Okay. Cures ailments 1 ally. Okay, these are probably good, the reflex damage thing. I think we're just gonna buy all of, let's buy all the things. You know, we'll buy another 10 Bulbs of Life, because it restores us full HP. I don't know if we're actually gonna need that, but, yeah, just spend all my money. I mean, if I'm gonna grind, money's not gonna be an issue. Although I need to figure out how to get gems and stuff. Okay, let's just turn this on so it's on the map. We don't actually need to be here right now. Alright, so we already picked up all the items. Alright, let's look at this. So, we picked up all the items we're ever going to need. What's our level? So we could totally power level a few of these guys. We just move the persona around that has almighty damage. I don't know if we actually need to power level them, though. It would definitely make the next dungeon a lot easier if we just power leveled them. Alright, well, let's go save. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break because my voice is starting to hurt. Or my throat is starting to hurt because of my voice. I think I'll probably do some grinding off stream, so that next time when I can just pick this up and I won't have to worry about money or anything, because I'll already be the right level. So I think now that I have the ability to just annihilate everything, it should be really quick to just power level stuff, and I can look up how gems are acquired for that. So yeah, see y'all later.